how to graph, right? And what a graph looks like. So first of all, you have the coordinate system. The coordinate system is an XY system. An XY system was created a long time ago by a guy named Rene Descartes. And what it allowed us to do was set things up in a coordinate. Okay? Coordinate. Okay? Meaning two pieces, X and Y. Okay? And so when I have, say, 2 and 3, I can graph that. I can go 2 in the X direction, 3 in the Y direction, right? And that makes the point, let's call that point A. Okay? And that's quadrant 1. Now, if I want to go to quadrant 2, I've got to come over here, right? But I'm still going up. So, in that case, I've got to go negative in the X direction. Does that make sense? So, negative 4. And I can still go in the positive direction, right? I can still go positive. So, let's go 5. Okay? And so now when I do B, it's going to be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's going to be B. And this is what we call these quadrant 2. And you notice this is going counterclockwise. And later on, when you get into pre-cal and calculus, you'll start to see these polar coordinates and trig functions and stuff, and the angles, and all the angles are based on this counterclockwise movement in the coordinate. Okay? So this will be coordinate 3. How am I going to get to coordinate 3? What am I going to do to get to coordinate 3? I want to go negative and negative. One of the first things you're going to learn from me is that you're going to start everything I teach. When we go left, we're going negative. When we go right, we're going positive. When we go up, we're going positive. When we're going down, we're going negative. Okay? It's just I try to keep everything very, very, very simple. In a lot of the books, things are backwards. Right? What I like to call bass-ackwards. Right? So, we're going to try to keep everything going forward. Always, always, always keep everything correlated to itself. So left is negative. Okay? So negative 2. Negative 3. And there's my point. That's point C, right? And then to get point D, okay? To get point D, I have to go positive and negative. So I have to go positive, say, 3, and negative, say, 2. Positive 3, negative 2. Okay?
Negative 3.
Right? So I went positive 3, negative 2, and that's D. Now, that's how to graph. Okay? Now when we're looking at a graph, they're going to ask you some things. Is it a function? Is it not a function? Okay? So let's look at another type of graph here. Okay? And another type of graph. Okay? And another type of graph. Right? And another type of graph. And one more type of graph.
Another one.
One more?
Yeah.
One more type of graph. Okay? So what we want to do is be able to label each one as a function or not a function. Okay? There's two rules we use for function or not a function. And they're really easy. If the x comes up twice, then it's not a function. So if the x is the same, it's not a function. Is this x ever the same? No. No, so it is a function. It's never the same, so it is a function. This is a function. Okay? Now, with these, we have another rule. It's a little easier than knowing if the x's are the same. It's called the vertical line test. The vertical line test says I can draw a vertical line, and if it only goes through one point, then it's a function. Okay? No matter where I go on this, line, on this curve, I'll never hit it more than once, right? So this is a function. Okay? What about this one? If I do a vertical line test on it, will I ever hit it more than once? No. So this is a function. What about this one? If I do a vertical line test on this one, yes, I will hit it twice. Right? Because there's two x's that are the same. This x and this x. So these, and so there's a lot of x's actually. Right? So this is not a function. Okay? What about this one? This one. Function. This one. Function. Yeah, nowhere is the x is the same, right? Alright, the last one. This one. Not right. Why? Yes. And I wanted to make a whole bunch of them so you're like, well, there's a little bit left, or there's a little bit right, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, yes, it goes through them, so therefore not a function. Pretty easy stuff, right? Good? Okay. So that's whether it's function or not, linear vertical line test versus just whether the x's are the same, and how to graph.